large playing area. In fact, probably in fact larger than a football field.
If you're lucky enough to have a field that's set up to standards, yes, it's great to have a big field. I don't think this field's quite that big, but it's a good field. Okay, this is a scrummage. It must have been thrown forward at some point on the far side of the field. The Devils scrum half has put the ball in. Lockport's driving well. They came over the ball and taken possession. I gotta stop saying Lockport.
Well, it's Lockhaven.
It's Lockhaven. There is a fine rugby team in Lockport. That's probably where I'm getting confused.
We've been told by the Lockhaven players that Lockhaven is in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the state of Pennsylvania, which of course is a big state, not far from Penn State University, the main campus of Penn State, about 20 miles northeast of Penn State. Now, we have our first injury of the game.
He's okay.
Oh, that's not an injury, huh? When you're down for less than 5 minutes?
He was tired.
Only 2 substitutions allowed, right? 4 injuries in the game.
If you're going to hold to the rules, but I think both teams have agreed to allow unlimited injuries for unlimited substitutions for injuries in this game. It's
Gotcha! Stick him, punish him! Yeah! Pull out! Yeah, hit him!
Binghamton in the black with red stripes and in the purple tops, it is Lockhaven.
It's good to say that at this point.
Yes. More or less at midfield right now.
We'll have another scrummage awarded to Binghamton. He's going to roll the ball in between the 2 sides, and the hookers are going to attempt to hook the ball back with their feet to gain possession. The ball has to completely leave the scrum down. I see Lockhaven won that.
Nice ball kick. Get down there. You're all on. Oh, yeah. Take your drag.
Another kick to touch.
Nice job,
Lockhaven will have a line out awarded to him around the 22-meter line. They're in pretty good field position to score from right now.
Come on, Haven, stick one in here.
Now, of course, they do advance the ball into the end zone, or into the try-zone, I should say, and down it. They have to physically down it with their hands, right?
Right.
That is 5 points. And then the extra point kick is really an extra points kick for 2 points.
That's right. The kick's taken from a 90-degree perpendicular to where the ball is touched down. So it's advantageous for the team to work the ball into the center of the try-zone before touching it down, so they have an easier kick.
More or less
they
like
just tried to play a switch here, and they got tied up inside.
There you go. There you go, Jeff.
Okay.
There you go, Doug. Good job, Doug.
Another maul's formed. Lockhaven's going to try to work the ball out and get it out to their backs. The referee may blow that up. The ball's bounced pretty solid. Oh, it came out.
Come on, baby.
Again, the scrum half has his hands in the maul, and it looks like the referee caught that this time. No, I think he might be playing. I don't know what the referee called on that, but he's awarding a penalty kick to Lockhaven. It looks like they're going to go for goal. This is a 3-point kick. If he gets it between the uprights, they'll get 3 points for this.
Well, what's maximum range for a kick such as this? Can you go from midfield, or is that?
For some of these guys, maybe.
Say this is about 20 meters, 30
This is
meters?
about 25 meters.
Okay. So Lockport going for the first points of the game here.
And it's wide right.
Good.
It's good.
Yeah, Neil.
All right, now that's 3 points.
That's 3 points.
So since we don't have a scoreboard here, let's keep track of that. Lockhaven on top. Binghamton University's Tasmanian Devils by the score of 3-0. For someone that may have not caught a rugby game before, so the score is somewhat similar, the final score is somewhat similar to football scores, aren't they? I mean, you can score in the 50s, but you generally don't. Maybe in the 30s.
Typically, if there's a score in the 50s, it'll only be one team doing that scoring.
Simply because it takes
an
so much
average rugby
longer
score would be in the low teens.
You call him up before? Come on, Neville. That's my thing. That's my thing.
Well, the rains have held off. It's a nice warm day here at Binghamton U.
Now stick someone, Devils.
I have approximately 30 minutes left in the first half.
Okay, since to restart play, the kicker's going to have to do a drop kick, which means he has to drop the ball and kick it as it hits the ground or after it hits the ground.
I'm the kicker. Get on that, Devils. Hit somebody.
Okay, this
Get on it.
Lockhaven's trying for touch. They did not make it.
Are you watching this shit?
Well, good view right in front of us.
Right here. Come on now.
Lockhaven's driven the Tasmanian Devil player off the field, and there will be a line-out awarded to the Lockhaven team. Looks like the Tasmanian Devil player is a little shooken up here, but he'll get back on the field.
Yeah, Mike. Way to go, Motown.
That's Motown. I don't know if that's his first or his last name.
Most of the guys on the Tasmanian Devils known by nicknames. Maybe we'll go over some of those names a little bit later.
Here we go, Devils. Yeah, for that. Yeah, Devils.
The Lockhaven team impeding on the line out there. They've awarded a penalty to Binghamton.
All right, come on, Devils.
Looks like they're going to play the ball to the forwards. A little up and under. Looks like the Devils are, oh, a good play. Devils have gained possession of the ball. It's coming out clean. Oh, looks like an offsides call.
All right, now what exactly would an offsides be in that situation?
On the maul, the Lockhaven players had to retreat behind the point of the maul, and they didn't. They were caught in front, and when the ball came out, they were out of position. They were offsides.
Okay.
It looks like they may be trying for points. This is about a 28-meter kick, with the white line in front of them being at the 22-meter line.
This kick just a little bit longer than Lockhaven's.
Not much, though. It's about the same field position exactly. A little off to the right. Got a left-footed kicker here, which just favors his kick. A fine
That's
kick.
good.
A beautiful kick.
And we're tied at 3 apiece.
You were talking about range earlier. It looks like he could have done that from another 10 meters back.
So, about 15 minutes into the first half, which is a 40-minute half, we're tied at 3 apiece. Looking for my pen.
The drop kick.
There it is.
Right up the middle. Oh, fine field advance. Left the ball well for his players, but no one was there to pick it up. Again, the scrum half has his hands in, but the referee's letting it go.
Stick him. Yeah.
Lockhaven's rucking very well.
Oh, crush him. Come on, free shot. Kill that little punk.
And the ball's tied up in a maul right now. As you see, the Lockhaven players will retreat behind the point of the maul, get ready for the ball to come out. Binghamton's taking a defensive posture, lined up flat across at the point of the maul. The ball was bound, and it didn't look like it was going to come out and prevent injury. The referee's blown the ball up, and he's awarding the scrum down to the Tasmanian Devils because the Lock Haven team carried the ball and did what they call killed the ball. The idea of the rules is to keep the ball in play, and if you get, and they're in favor of the team that doesn't kill the ball, doesn't kill play. A dangerous bounce.
Get that ball out of there.
He's going to kick it to touch. Kick from the behind the 22-meter line will advance the ball to the point where it went out of touch. If he had been in front of the 22-meter ball, the line would have been awarded at the point of the kick.
Now, the kicking to touch more or less advances the ball for your team so that the other team cannot get the ball, because if you kick straight up the field, then obviously you're kicking to the other team.
Right. In this case, I think it was just they wanted to get some breathing space and get out of their 22-meter area.
Let's get the Smith and Martin out there. Come on. Get the ball to Smith and Martin. Let's go.
It's a long line out.
Get on it!
It's in the dead space, so try to run on to it.
That's a rock!
You're going to see a line out awarded to the Lock Haven team here, and they're in great field position to score. If they can win the line out cleanly and work it out to their backs, they should be able to put it in. They've won the line out. They're going to form a ruck. The ball's buried, but it looks like, again, the scrum half digs it out with his hands. There should be a line out awarded to the Tasmanian Devils. It's carried over by Lock Haven.
Oh.
Lock Haven's driving towards the Tasmanian Devils' goal in this ball. The forwards are very strong. Ball's coming out. Lock Haven's looking very threatening here. They should be able to score on this. Again, the ball's tied up in a ruck. Referee's blown it dead. The ball was killed. Most likely, the scrummage will be awarded to the Binghamton side.
What would happen if the ball came loose in the try zone? For instance, in this particular instance, and Binghamton was tackled in the try zone. What would happen then?
If Binghamton had carried the ball